And here we are again, almost like we planned it. Hoping that this might be better. This room's got a little bit of a better sort of Wi-Fi connection, so hopefully if it was me, this is going to solve the problem. So, okay, I'm going to turn my tile over then. Just a quick recap as before, and I drew a line with a pencil from top to bottom, and then I marked centre, either end, and then I've just marked a little line in between there, just to give me a little bit of a guide as to where I'm going. Okay, so straight in with pen then. Ooh, we're ready for this. Deep breath. Oh, I must have let it bet. It was worth the move then, wasn't it? There we go. Okay, when I say, it's not slightly more challenging, this one, but we did have quite an easy one to do the other day, didn't we? So I thought today we'd do something a little different. So I'm going from point to point there, see, and I'm putting myself a little bump. You see, it's sort of a bit larger now. If I put my pencil on, or my pen rather, it's about as thick as my pen. So there we go, see. Oh, there we go. Everybody happier now. Oh, it's all right, Karen. I've been off and back on again, so it's all fine. Here we go. So I'm going to do another one here. And I'm going to take it to sort of that point again. Okay. And same with this one. Now don't worry if they're not all the same size. It doesn't matter. You see that one's quite a lot. Some bumpier. It's absolutely fine. And there's another one. Okay. And then I'm going to turn it round. And same again this side. So just so you're aware, I'm not after a perfect circle shape. Don't look at the side that you've already done. Just create these little lines. So we're working our way around. Okay. There we go. All right. So far. Okay, so I'm going to start at the top, work my way down, I think. I'm going to start at the same point. And I'm going to come out. And I've created, see, an extra bump there. Okay. Oh, no, Lynn. You don't want, or does it help, Lynn, that, you know, I'm sure there's a parcel sat here ready to go into the post for you, so focus on that. The fact that we're now just, you know, got some time together, it's all fine. There we go. You see, I'm adding this extra line all the way around. Okay. Whew. There you are. Same again. All the way around and down. And again. And another. And another. Okay. Just curves. Nothing more, just those curves. Alright. So I reckon we can get, we get another one in. I'm actually going to put one on the inside. There we go. Oh, Lynn, yeah. It's all over now. That's it. Just relax. There we go. I'm glad you made it then. You know? Oh, it's the second emergency kit. Oh, can you just message me after this, and I'll have a look at that for you. Because I'm aware everything's gone, but we need to sort that out, don't we? Meant to be parenting. Get the kids involved. Okay. All right. So I'm going to sort of enlarge one a little bit now, so we see what we're doing here. Yeah. And I'm going to go inside and I'm going to add a little bump, so these sort of half-size bubbles all the way around. Again. to that point. And then this way. Okay, just little bubbles, and the half bubbles, so one meets the other. There we go. Okay. Yeah, beach balls, yeah. And then let's put a little aura around. There we are. Just taking my time. There's one side, and then the other. Just little bumps going around the edge. Okay. Margarita, yeah, we have used these pens for fabrics. It depends on the fabric you're working on. If it's quite, I'd say fluffy, I suppose you know, you want to be taking your time with it, and you have to go over a couple of times. But if you find that it doesn't perhaps do exactly what you want to, you can actually get this pen in a plastic nib form. It'll come as a PN for plastic nib, of course. But they work quite well. And, yeah, we have. And they do wash as well, so it doesn't sort of come out or bleed. So that's quite nice to know, isn't it? There we go. There's a few people actually on the Facebook page, I'm sure, that have done fabric as well, that you could perhaps have a look at and see what they've done, just to get some ideas. I know that I've had some samples done with fabrics and things, so there we go. Just working my way around. There we go. Yeah, Maureen, I should have been on Create and Craft tomorrow, but with the move and the show being so close to the last one, I did say to them, you know, I just can't do it, and not to get a new product out and do it properly and give it its full justice. So I'm not on tomorrow now. I am on next week. I think it's next week. Gosh, what date is it today? Yeah, next Thursday, 25th. And it's sort of lunchtime-ish. I think I've got 2 sets, or 2 slots back to back. So it should be okay. At least I don't have to sort of sit around then all afternoon waiting for my next show. I've got one of my legs on my stands. Got a bit wobbly. Hang on a second. No, it wasn't Benji. He's not here. He was quite excited yesterday actually, because our artificial grass is now down, and he thinks it's hilarious. He loves it because at the moment he's sliding all over it. It's really funny. Bless him. There we go. Oh, is it, Pat? Well, happy birthday for next Thursday. Marguerite, yes, it is Christmas stuff. I did say to them, do you want Christmas stuff? Because I know they do that. They're 2 weeks, and they're like, no, we still want Christmas from you. I was like, okay. So we're going to have Christmas stuff. Ooh. I'm working on it now. All right. Here we go then. Next bit. So, let's go a little bit bigger so you can see what I'm doing. You can see that I've actually turned my tile now, so I've got these going sort of, my line going a long ways. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put one of these lovely little sort of orb shapes in the centre there. Looks like an eyeball, doesn't it? It's not going to stay there, don't worry about it. And get a little one in there. You see how they're touching, but I want it to look like they're going underneath. So let's go ahead and just fill in that space either side. And a little bit there. Okay. There we are. I do like putting this little bit of black in, it just makes a massive difference. Oh, hi Anne-Marie. Oh, Alicia, hi. Yeah, so that sort of goes underneath a little bit there. Follow it round and in there. And again, any little gaps that you've got, I'm going to go in and just fill it in. There we go. That little bit there. You know, just don't always think you've got to rush this part. You know, just enjoy colouring it in. You know, it's quite a big part of it as well. So you know, you want to be taking the time to do it. There we go. That one, and then another one at the side. You can see now why I start in the centre. I want to get a full one of those orbs there, and then it doesn't matter either side because you're balancing it up. There we go. And then it just sort of looks a little bit better than trying to get a full one here and then it peters off a little bit there. You just want to do that. Oh yeah. It's got yeah, everybody sees different things, don't they? But, we're not leaving them as just plain little orbs. We're going to do something with them too, so hang on there for a little bit. Okay. So just filling that bit in there. Alright. Okay. So, let's have a look then. So you've got a little bit of missing there, that's okay. So I'm going to split down that way. And then I'm going to turn that round. And now I'm not going to use this line because you can see it's not really in the centre, and that was just my original guide. So I'm going to just try and find the centre a little bit more and put another line. Okay. Alright. Oh, Sonia, that's good. Glad that your stuff's arrived. Okay. So I'm going to work, again, it doesn't really matter which one you work in. I'm going to start here and I'm going to aura that shape. You see, I'm just drawing around, auraing that shape. Okay? And then, same again. Alright, and then the next one's going to be quite small, so I'm going to fill it in. Okay. So then I'm going to turn my tile. Now again, it doesn't matter whether you go clockwise, anti-clockwise. And I'm going to fill in again with an aura. And then another one. And then on that third one, if it's quite small, I'm going to fill it in. Okay? Hi Tracy. And turn it round. And then here we go again, look. Aura there, and then that one, and then that one. And again. Same thing. Follow that aura, and there's no need to rush this. Just take your time, because it's quite a small area we're working in. Just fill it in. Okay? Hi Sally. Oh, let's have a look at that. Oh, look. Okay, so I'm going to do another one in the centre here. Turn it round. Let's see if that line is more sort of central, so I'll do that one. And then I'm going to repeat those auras. See, one there, and then that one. Colour it in. Turn it round. Around and again, and there's that last one. Colour that one in and turn it round and follow that shape again. So see, it's always repetition, isn't it? It's not that you've got to try and remember these patterns. Oh Maureen, that's the decision, isn't it? Do you know what, you might want to try it in a corner first, see what you feel like. but if it helps, I use pencils on my board. I think a lot of others have used pencils too. It's not going to bleed, and that's what you've got to be careful of with pens. That you don't want them to sort of bleed, because there's a true wood there, and if you're not careful, it can do. But I suppose the other thing as well, you know, you do something and you think, oh, I'm not quite happy with it, then you could always sand it off a little bit and do again. But yeah, I used pencils, and then I used a spray varnish a couple of times over it, because obviously, you know, once you've done all that colour, you don't want it sort of rubbing off, because it's there to be used, isn't it? It's a board, it's got a purpose. There we go. So same on this one. It's got a little bit larger so you can see it again. So there we go, split it that way and that way, and then up and round and again. Oh, Shirley, that's okay. If you can only get one layer in, that's fine. Everybody's is going to be slightly different, and you know, that's the good thing. And I didn't give you measurements. Varnish. It was the Crafter's Companion Spray and Shine. Was it the green? Is it a green lid? I don't know, or a blue lid. Maybe the blue lid. The Spray and Shine. And I did a couple of coats. So I did one coat, let it dry, and then a second coat on it. Oh, I see. So like Anne-Marie's used both. Say it's your choice. All right. Okay, so looking at these sections here, I'm not going to do too much. And again, it depends on how much space you've got between each one. You see, I've taken a line from the point there, just up. And I'm just going to put a little dot on the end. See, this one I can get a couple more in. There. But if you can't, don't worry about it. Just go in with the one, or maybe two. Okay. Oh, that'd be good, yeah. In your craft shed, I could do with one of those. Maybe that's what we need next. Now we've got a decent garden. See, I'm only going to get two in there. See, so I'm going to put just two in, just to add those little dots on the end. See? And then here I'm only going to get one in, but that's okay. Now I'll get two. Just depends on the size or the shape of yours. So don't try and squeeze in too many if you can't get them in. It's fine. You see, mine are different either side, but again, that's okay. Alright, into the next one. Same again. So there's my centre ones in there. Get those in. Little dots. And same on this side. There we go. Alright. So let's have a look at that. Okay, so if I turn my tile round, before I turn my tile round, I should do the one I've missed, shouldn't I? There we go. It's always easy to do, you know, when you're looking in and around a camera. You don't always see it. There you go. I'm sure one of you would have told me if I'd have missed it. Okay. Right, now I'm going to turn it round. There we go. And I'm going to repeat again, but I don't want to go too close. I'm going to keep that centre section clear. Just adding them on the edges. See? So already we're getting a little bit of depth here and here. Okay. In there. these ones. Alright. Oh, quite cute, aren't they? They're sort of little decorative features now, aren't they? They're not beach balls anymore. Quite nice. Almost Christmas decorations maybe. I don't know, maybe we've got Christmas on the brain at the minute. There we go. And these next ones. So I'm just repeating the same thing that I did before. Not worrying if I can get one or two in, just seeing how they go. Just adding them in. Okay. Alright. Oh, hey Karen, yeah, you catch up a little bit later with it. Just sit and watch, see where it leads, and then give it a go later. Can you imagine this on one of the the tobacco brown kind of coloured tiles done with gold? It would be quite nice. Oh yeah, Chinese lanterns, yeah. Look at that. Okay. Now, of course, we could go in and put something in here, but as you know, sometimes it's nice to leave that little bit of a white space or gap to work in later. You could fill it, but sometimes I like to leave it. All right, we're ready for the next bit then. Okay, you need a quick bit of a stretch here. You need to take a breath for this one. Whew, I'm looking forward to this. Are we ready? Oh, pumpkins for Halloween. Okay. So I'm starting in the centre here. Yes, Cinderella's carriage, yeah. I'm just thinking of the Disney one, you know, with the little mice and things. Aww. Okay, so I'm going to come up and round and almost back on itself, as though we were doing a shape we're quite familiar with, but we're not going to do quite that shape, you see? Okay, and then from there, I'm going to come down, put a little bubble in the top there, and then round. You see there? So I did my curve, and then I came down, up and down. All right. So from there, if I pick this up again, I'm going to come around. So I'm keeping it quite thin there, and then auring that original line, bringing it all the way down to there. Okay. Oh, look at that. And then here, it just looks like it's needing something, so I'm going to put a little bubble in there that looks like it's sitting in. Okay, let's have a look at, there you go, you see how it looks? It is smiling, yeah. This one's not smirking, it's a definite smile. Okay, so still sticking with that point there. I'm going to come the other way this time, up and round, but this time I'm going to go underneath it, but I'm going to continue as though I'm still drawing. There we go, look, up to that point again, and then the same thing, I'm going to come down and up and down and up, you see, and then just going back and putting that line in. Okay. Flamingos. Oh yeah. I thought on that. Okay, putting that one in there. Yeah, these ones you might decide that you want to. Simone, really never ever just sort of take it for granted what I'm going to do, because you never know. Okay. Yeah, Little Shop of Horrors. I'm going to come back to that in a minute, because whilst you're sort of in that frame of mind as doing these shapes, I'm going to do another one here. And again, from the same point, and I'm going to go up and round. It's a little bit bigger this time, but that's fine. I'm not trying to sort of repeat and do the same. And down and up and down. And back round. So you just take it nice and slow around that little curve, bringing it back down, and then adding in that little bubble there. Oh, swans, yeah. Oh. So again, another one this way. up and round. You see this time it's not sort of going underneath, but that's fine. Okay, and then down, up and down, just as before, and then following it back round. There we go, and back into that space, and again, little shape in there. Okay, let's have a look at this so far. Oh look. Okay. So going up the next little bit. So I'm going to work on this side here first. But I'm not going to go into the point here. I'm going to start here, so it's very definite in its own space. And I'm going to follow this line around, only so far around, it's about there. And then I'm going to come back round to about there. Okay. And then I'm going to put one again from this point, and I'm going to follow this shape around and then come back on itself. So, and then I'm going to join that to that. Okay. And then another one here. Now again, this will vary and it depends. See, I'm just going to do a single one this time. Yeah, look. Entirely on how much space that you've got around this little bit. See there, I'm just going to have a smaller one. And I'm going to add just a little one there. Okay, let's have a look at that. Alright. So let's work on the other side. So again, I'm going to start about there, on that point there. And I'm going to come up bank, round a little bit, and then back in. See, it's quite sort of chunky, and then it goes quite thin. And then I'll follow around this one, just a little way, and then come back on itself and join the two. Okay. Oh, ice cream now. Do you know, it's got to be really nice ice cream though. I like that really soft scoop stuff. And it's got to be worth the calories, hasn't it? That's what I always think. Okay. And again, I'm just going to add one there. There we go. Okay. No, let's put one in here too. So there, look. And there, and then coming outwards. And there we go. So it's almost like some you might think, oh, I don't want to put too much on, I want a little one. But I just filled that space in and just made it sort of more organic there. Okay, so let's have a look at this side then. Agreed. Has everybody been putting weight on during lockdown then? Is that what it is? It's so easy, isn't it, to go and have a quick snack from the fridge. Oh, Lindsay, it's not my phone. It's somebody else's. I don't know whose. It's not my phone. To us, we do have neighbours and we can hear every conversation. But yeah, everything he says. You see, I've done the same sort of pattern there. But that's fine. And some days we actually don't need our radio on because he's got his on. So. There we are. See, I'm just going to go that way with it. Oh, don't tell us that, Sue. We don't want to know if it's raining. Oh, okay. But it's got to rain. I was going to say because the grass has to grow, but mine doesn't. Ooh. So that means I'm not going to mow it ever. Oh, well done, Shally. Well done. And yes, it does, Lindsay. Yeah, it saves electricity. There you go. Oh, Margarita. I've got this picture in my head now. Oh, it's really funny. I don't know, maybe, you know, as we get out, you'll want to do a bit more. It's time for a change of a wardrobe then, isn't it? Some new clothes. There you go. I don't think it's helped, you know, trying to go to the shops and never finding, you know, the salads and things there. It's been really difficult. Just by the time John's been going, there's nothing on the shelves. So, there we go. Okay, so we can, you know, there's lots more. You can keep going with these if you want to. I don't want to perhaps do too many more. These little shapes. They're almost like little accents, aren't they? Just giving it a little bit of shape as we go. Let's have a look at that. You see, so we've sort of got a little bit of maybe one here. There we go. All right. Well, no, I don't suppose you do. Do you know, actually, I miss salad. I miss my Morrison's. Go and pick your own bits and pieces. Because John likes these salads that have got all this, you know, gunk around them. I don't know what you call it other than that. And I'm like quite boring, and I like lettuce to be just lettuce and carrot to be just carrot. So, I don't know, maybe it's just me being bored. Could be the new zingers. Yeah, June, yeah. That's funny. Okay, let's have a look then. I'm going in with my pencil now. Let's go back to these sort of little baubles or Chinese lanterns or whatever you want to call them. I'm going to start at one end. And working on the inside section first, I'm going to add that usual little sort of smirk on the side. And same there. Okay. And then let's go a little bit larger so you can see. I'm looking, you see where we've got these curves here. At the base, I'm going to add some pencil. Sit there. And then there, and then there, and then there. Okay. To lock down, do I go to AA or WW first? Oh no! Is it that bad? Oh. Perhaps they should hold, you know, multi-sessions. A bit like speed dating. Okay. There we go. You can see there, look, where I've done a little bit either side there, and a little bit here, and then those in the centre. So, tortillon, and I'm just ever so gently going to smooth that edge, and I'm going to leave the little bit of white. Same here, just little circular motions, and then here I'm just smoothing or softening that edge. I don't want to fill the whole thing. And then for these, let's just bring it round. See, I'm just dragging it from one side into the other. Okay. Alright, so I did leave a section earlier because I wasn't 100% sure what I was going to do with it. But I've decided now, with my pen, I'm going to go in and I'm going to add some ink to those. You know, sometimes you think, I'm not sure, and I'll wait just for a little while, see how it sort of all pans out. But yeah, I'm definitely going in, and I'm going to fill those. So you see, look at the difference there. Yeah, we could. Yeah. I'll bring the wine. Now, you might laugh here, but we do have 2 fridges. It says a lot, doesn't it? Oh, there we go. Okay, so I'm just filling those in. You see, that's why I did the aura around there, because I wanted to have that space and that gap, just in case. Let's have a look at that. There we are, that's it, see? So now I've made that decision, I'm going to go ahead and colour all of those in. Just keeping you on your toes here. Didn't mean to think that we were all done and you were just into the shading now. There we go, I'll bring you back and add a little bit in. There we are. I think it's just, I must have felt like colouring today. But again, there's nothing stopping you doing this in a different colour. See, especially if you think Chinese lanterns, doing this on the red tile, or you know, adding this in red and doing some gold effect and things, that would be awesome, wouldn't it? Oh, June. Now, come on. You know, we all have these little moments. It just means, you know, when you're back to work, you know, be getting back to work, or you're out and about again, it'll drop off, because you know, suddenly exercise will increase, and yeah. Don't you worry about it. You are what you are. And as long as you're healthy and happy. There we go. It's added a little bit of drama, isn't it, now into the centre of those. It's really sort of making you look at those middle bits. There we go. There we are. Just filling in as I go. It's quite nice, this, isn't it? It would look really good as, you know, as a row of all different sizes and, you know, different lengths. Make a nice card, wouldn't it? Some good look on it. And a little bow at the top, maybe. Amazing what you can do when you start seeing things in different ways. There we go. Almost done with the black. There we go. No, Julie, we've discussed zingers. We're actually thinking these could be the next sort of version of. Yeah, you missed that. Now, I'm not putting zingers on today, but that doesn't mean that you can't. If you want them on, whatever you want to do. So there we go. We're back in, look, with the pencil. Either side. Just going to turn my tile so we can get a better angle in there. There we are. Same with this one. And I just say thank you for those that managed to follow me last night over to the other page, the craft shows, and watch that tile. Really appreciate your support there, thank you. Seems like it had a lot of people watching. It's a good job I don't think about that, I think, at the time, because you know, the more people watch, the more pressure maybe you feel under. See, when I'm doing this, it's just us, isn't it? Just us few. Okay, so again, it's that little smirk, that bit, each side there, and then again back to doing that section. Oh, Margarita, but have you been looking? Yeah. Okay, so here we go then. Nice gentle circular motions just to get that going. Either side. And just soften the edge. And then let's just move that around, but not to the centre. We're just pushing it towards, we're giving it that little bit of depth there. Okay. What was last night? Oh, I have posted it on here as well. I went on to the craft shows Facebook and did a live session. It's supposed to be about 30 minutes. I think mine ended up being about 50. But, you know, tangling takes time. And it was one we've sort of done before, but I changed it up a little bit. So if you get a chance, it's nice to go over and have a look. Or it says on my page somewhere too, I did sort of share it. So it's an extra one you can throw in when you've got a minute. Oh, yeah. Same as before. Okay. Oh, Ruth, yeah, that's great. Well, thank you for coming over to join us. Yeah. You can see both, though. It's fine. You can go on both. There we go. Look, they're lovely, aren't they? Look at how three-dimensional they're sort of coming out. So let's just add a little bit more darkness to those bottom bits. Go on, it can take it. You know, if you find that it's not looking as three-dimensional as you would like, maybe you just need to look at your darks and have you actually put enough in. Your dot-to-dot sessions. Oh, yeah, but do you know what, though? They're not true dot-to-dots because I'm giving you a blank page to start with. You're doing all the work. You're drawing them. Okay, here's my little flamingos or whatever you want to call them. And just adding a touch of pencil to one edge. And then here I'm going to add just up this side, you see. And then I'm going to go along there, just a little bit. So here's again, there. And then I'm going to go up. I mean, if you want to do the other side, that's fine. And just a little bit. Okay. So if I go in now, look, and just smooth that bit a little, just softening it up. Nothing major, there we go. And then you see in here, because it's sitting inside, it's going to be a little bit darker. But I still want that little bit of lightness. So there, these are lovely actually if you do them in colour. So, you know, some contrasting colours, you know, one and the other, like maybe purple and orange, something like that, they look fab. So that's those. So let's have a look at some shadows on these. I'm going to add a little bit of pencil to either end. Yeah, look. So, same with these ones. There and there. Now you know that that one joins that one, so that's fine. Either end. There we go. Same with that one. Now see this sort of stalk here just does need a little bit, so I'm just going to add just a touch of pencil down there, one side of it, just a little bit. And then anything else I can find either end. This is the thing, isn't it, though, that you know you want to spend a bit of time over, because this is what brings it to life almost. So you can do a fantastic drawing, but if you don't put any light and dark on it, it sort of doesn't have that magic in it, about it, does it? Okay, all that bit's there. Let's have a look at that side so far. You see where I've worked with it? There you are. Oh yeah, June, we have to keep smiling. Do you know, even if you don't feel like it in your smile, it does help your mood. So if you're feeling a bit miserable, smile. I know it's forced, but smile anyway. There you go. There's always someone worse off, my mum used to say. No, she still does actually. That and amongst when you're going to get a proper job. There we go. So you can see again, I'm just pushing that graphite in towards the centres. Can't really do much with that one there, it's quite tiny. But I'm trying to leave a little bit of a white edge. Again, just working up that stem ever so gently. Ever so gently. So I'm not trying to colour the whole thing in, it's just giving it that soft edge. There it is, same here, look. Just pulling it round. Same with this one. There we go. And that one. Just leaving that little gap of white in there. Oh, Oh, look at the difference between this one and this one now. Just make a change, doesn't it? And let's go in again and just add a little bit more dark. Just sit there. So just, whether you want to add it to both sides, I'm just going to add it to one side just so you can see the difference. See? Let's just go in and again, just soften that edge up just a touch. Just a touch. Okay. Alright. It's very different, this one, isn't it? It's but then again, I don't like to, do the same thing every time. I try and give you a different challenge. And I try and vary them too, so rather than, make them harder and harder each time, because they're not hard when you know how, are they? I like to mix and match a bit, because there are people that still join us and they've not done any of them, and this might be the first tile that they've ever done, and as much now as it looks a little bit, oh my goodness, where do I start? If you follow the steps from the beginning, you soon pick it up. I think you just got to be of that mindset that it doesn't matter what it's going to turn out like, and as long as you know it's going to be different, it's, that's all you've got to worry about. So here we go, just adding to each end, just like before. Okay. Oh, thanks. Do you know why, Vi? When I go on to Create and Craft, why I'm smiling? Because it's my day off. Truly, it's my day off. We work so hard here, as you can imagine, getting everything done, everything ready. And then once you get to Create and Craft, it's all about showing off the product. And, it's my chance to get across a few, bits and pieces. And I do try and give you a bit of education there, and make sure that you understand how you use the products, and that's the bit that I really, really enjoy. So yeah, I love it, and that's why I'm always smiling. I absolutely love it. It's a serious break because I'm out the armies. And the people there are lovely. I know that some people don't particularly like that particular channel, or they don't get, I don't know why, but they are lovely people there, and they're very caring, and the crew are absolutely fabulous. It's a nice place to go. I say that the young girl, my buyer, she's absolutely fabulous as well. She's always so enthusiastic, and sometimes I do bring products that are really different, and she's like, yeah, love them, and she knows all about them, and it's really nice. It's a good thing. There we go. Oh, Bridget, yeah, of course it does. You've got to have some sort of challenge mentally, as well as everything that they say, oh, you should have your exercise. This is for the brain, isn't it? There we go. Let's have a look at that so far then. Oh, do you love Dean? Yeah, he's just the same off air as he is on air. But, they've all got their own little quirks, just like we have, really. They're just people, same as us, aren't they? So, it's lovely. Oh, okay. Do you know, I am loving that. I'm just thinking a little bit more depth there. And this is the beauty of it. Sometimes have a look at it, go in and add. And of course we know that with pencil you can only go so far. So if I go back in with pen and just add in that corner detail, see there? Just little touches, and it just sort of brings that definition back on that bottom edge. There we go. And this is what makes the difference between just looking at a tangle in a book or on one of the social platforms, and actually seeing somebody do it and add this shadow in, because these extra little details make all the difference, and it turns a good tile into a great tile. See? Let's go with that side. Okay. Now that's really coming to life, isn't it? Just adding those extra little details is all worth that extra 5-10 minutes you might want to spend on it. You know? Oh, you're welcome, Anne-Marie. I'm glad you've enjoyed it. You're gonna have a go at this. I do feel a need that one's got to be done in, on those brown tiles with some gold and some seriously strong colours. See, I'm faffing now, aren't I? But now it's just adding those extra bits in that makes the difference. There we go. A little bit there, almost done. Okay, let's have a look at that. Oh, yes. Margaret, Vivian, yes, I do agree with that sense of community. Margaret, my pencil is, it's a B pencil. So it's just, if you imagine you've got a HB in the middle, and then one side you've got all the Bs, which is soft, and the other side you've got all the H's, H for hard. This one is just slightly to the left where the B for butters are. So just a little bit more than a HB. Having said that, a HB would work. You might have to sort of build your layers up a little bit more. And if you think, well, that's not enough for me, I need to go a bit more, then go for a 2B. A 3B, I think you might start getting a little bit crazy with smudging and stuff. But certainly you don't want to be using, like a mechanical pencil, because they tend to be quite hard. And when you try and smooth the pencil out, it won't work as well. But it's on the paper as well. Some paper you'll find it works better than others too. The cream tiles I use are a very good quality in the 280 GSM cartridge paper. They're in an Italian cartridge paper, so it's really good stuff. And you can see that it does work really well with the pencil. So yeah, and Alicia, it slows me down too, because otherwise, like I say, you just constantly working, and this is nice to sort of have a breather, and you feel like you're not on your own, and there's people out there that are loving and liking the same thing that you do, and it just makes a difference, doesn't it? So thank you for that, everybody. Thank you for taking time out of your afternoon 3 times a week at the minute to stop and watch and take part in this. And of course, it's not just that particular time, is it? It's the fact that you try it again and you post it and you speak to each other and you like each other's work and you comment on that. And I think that's a really important part as well. So please keep doing that. There's a lot of us that don't always have the confidence to post, or you put it on there and you think, oh, I'm not sure. But a nice kind word and a nice comment just makes somebody's day, and it feels like if they've not spoke to somebody, just having that little bit of interaction makes all the difference, doesn't it? So, okay, there we go. That's my rant over for today. I hope you've enjoyed it. And yeah, have a go. Try it in some different colours. Let me see how it goes. I'm just thinking now, look, a little hook and little tassels, little bookmark. Oh my word. Yeah, lots of other things to do. If I start getting carried away with this, we're not going to have Christmas. So I'm going to go back and get that sorted out. And take care, everybody. Enjoy. Thank you for watching. And I will see you all again. On what day is it? Oh, it's Wednesday, isn't it, today? My goodness. On Friday. I'll see you all on Friday then. Okay. Have fun. Take care. And I'll see you soon. Bye.